points of view. This is Durham Television, a member of the Rogers Television family.
Santa Claus Parade. I'm Bob Benham, and joining me again this year and co-hosting, and this year's honorary chairperson, Dina Dykstra.
Good morning, Bob. It's a great pleasure to be here once again with the Oshawa Santa Claus Parade.
I understand this year's edition is number
50.
50.
Yes.
And we've got a good day for it. It's a little cool out here, but the weatherman has cooperated. The rain has stayed away, although it's getting to that point where it feels like it could almost snow.
Yeah, we even saw a flurry.
Yeah, I think one went by, and if we see a freeze-dried smile, it's because it is a little cool out here. So we're underway with the parade. Coming into view now, as you can see, our first entry in the parade today is the Branch 43 Oshawa Pipe and Drum Band, and they're always great to listen to, Dinah.
Oh, it's such a pleasure to hear them coming down the street here.
Dressed in their tartan plaids. I'm not sure what that would be classified as, what tartan that is, since I'm not of Scottish descent. Although I work with a fellow who could tell me, I'm sure. Good crowd along the parade route so far from our vantage point here.
Excellent group. A lot of little kids are on the sidewalks here just so excited.
I understand this was one of the late entries into the parade today.
It was, and we put them right there at the beginning. Such pleasure to hear that Scottish music.
Right off the bat. I know at any parade, especially the Santa Claus Parade, the pipe and drum band are always such a good attraction.
Absolutely. And there's nothing like a parade that has good music.
Now, what is a parade without music?
That's true. Following up right behind them, Bob, is Mayor Nancy Diamond with her Christmas presents in the back of her truck, which has been sponsored by Ontario Motor Sales. And Mayor Diamond would like to wish each and every one a very Merry Christmas.
Do you think she might have anything in her bag of goodies for us, Dinah?
I don't know. She seems to be pretty generous.
I understand now. Is that Mayor Diamond's own truck? I understand.
I don't know. I haven't. She's never revealed.
Hi, Mayor.
Mayor.
Lots of goodies in the back of that for sure. Coming in here now, item number 3 in our parade, Terry O'Lewitt would like to thank everyone and wish them a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to Jerome. Jerry Ouellette in the parade, MPP for Oshawa.
And right behind Jerry Ouellette is Jay Dowie, the first place winner of the button contest from Athabasca School. And we'd like to say good morning to all the boys and girls from Athabasca School who participated.
And I would have to say this would be a brass band if I had to take a wild guess at this one. This is the Whitby Brass Band. This band has been in existence for over 100 years. It consists of 30 to 35 members of all ages and walks of life. Throughout the year, the band performs at many concerts and parades both locally and away. This year, the band took part in the Niagara Grape and Wine Festival Parade and will be performing a Christmas concert on Thursday, December the 9th at Hayden Shore Pavilion, and the best part, admission is free.
Can't beat that. Listen to that great Christmas music. And following up right behind them is the chairperson of the Santa Claus Parade, Mr. George Spencer, and he's driving in a Dodge Chrysler Sport. Good morning, George. Merry Christmas.
More vehicles coming up the line here. We get a look at one of the floats coming into view here now. And of course, Dina, there's nothing like the parade organizers, and I'm taking you out of this, throwing us a curve because maybe some of these aren't quite in the same order they've been given to us. This is where they pay us the big bucks to ad lib on this, you know that, eh?
This is the
Oshawa Public Utilities Commission. Yeah,
yes.
we got this one right. And this is their entry into this year's Oshawa Santa Claus Parade.
And this is their second year of entering with the parade, and they've done a great job here. That snowman looks fantastic.
That's a big snowman on the back of that float. You're absolutely right. See the little kids on the back of the float? I'm sure they're trying to stay warm, much as we are.
I think they're little reindeers.
Yes, they are.
And there's their mascot walking with them, and one's riding with them. And following right behind them is the City of Oshawa float. And the Department of Operational Services is pleased to take this opportunity to invite the members of council to walk with them in the parade. And they have been working with the float very continuously in a very long range this year. And also they are still celebrating Oshawa's 75 years in motion.
A lot of volunteers go in to make a parade of this side a success, Dinah, and this year's no exception.
Thank you, Councilor Gray.
Even gifts for the announcers. Another marching band coming in here.
And I believe these are the Turkish Knights. Hi, Claire.
You know a lot of people in town, don't you?
Yeah. Oh, I just enjoy that Christmas music and a live band playing away there.
Now that would be a little cool riding around in that convertible today, I'll tell you. This is Ontario Motor Sales.
Yes.
This is their entry. They were established in 1923, and this is their entry into this year's parade.
Yes, and this is actually their very first year of entering in the parade with their convertible, and they were very excited to participate this year. Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Well, we're getting lots of sweets here anyways, Dinah. Coming into view now are the Emerald Knights. Emerald Knights out of Mississauga, Ontario. Marching band.
A copy.
Some of these bands travel a long way to participate in these Santa Claus parades, Dinah.
Yes, and the truck that's pulling them is that's before them is Pizza Limited. And they are participating as well with the parade this year, and they're a lovable, huggable pizza. And in our view now is coming the Remax Spirit Incorporated, and they've got a beautiful float. They would like to extend their very Merry Christmas to each and every one, and their float is called Catch the Spirit of Christmas. And their company began 2 years ago and is growing quite actively in the city. and they'd sure love to buy or sell your home.
They certainly would as they go by right in front of us here in front of the stand. Nice float they have indeed. This year's edition, as we mentioned, Dina, not only is it the 50th edition, it's also the last one of the 20th century.
That is true.
And that's hard to believe.
Isn't that something?
Coming by now into view is the Monsignor Philip Coffey Catholic School float. Celebrates Christmas around the world. You can see they've got lots of people on that float trying to stay warm.
Oh yes, and the little ones there are just having a grand old time, jingling their bells and waving to everyone.
I'm sure they have some of the teachers, or maybe that might be some of the parents on the float.
Yeah.
At least if they're walking along the parade route like they see right in front of us, they're probably staying a little warmer, Dina, than perhaps ourselves. Coming into view next as you'll see the Oshawa Animal Hospital located at 1031 Simcoe Street North, and presented this as an old country Christmas with our friends. As we see a couple of the nice dogs going now. I'm never sure whether they're Huskies or Malamutes. I can never tell the difference.
I think they're Huskies.
But they are lovely dogs no matter what. They have such distinctive markings.
Absolutely.
See the odd Great Dane in there? It's the
Look
Oshawa.
at them pulling that sleigh and just having a grand old time with the doggies pulling that sleigh there.
This is their second year as a participant in the Oshawa Santa Claus Parade. Their hospital has served the pet-owning community for over 40 years. Our caring and dedicated doctors and staff provide veterinary services for dogs and cats, foster and adopt countless injured or abandoned animals each year, and assist the local Humane Society with medical and educational support. And these are some rather large dogs in front of us. These great.
They sure are.
Just get a saddle, ride them.
They've got a tremendous float
They
right
do have a
behind them
big
there.
float.
My goodness.
They-
Well, look at this kitty walking by. Merry Christmas, kitty.
The Oshawa Animal Hospital has certainly gone all out this year,
They
not only with
certainly
the
have.
walkers and certainly a large float in this year's parade. Here's some sirens in the background. Those were Siberian Huskies that they had up front there, so.
Beautiful dogs.
A bit of a lull in the parade as they try and get these floats and the people spaced out properly going through, and that's always a chore for the organizers.
Oh, it certainly is. And there are 13 members on this committee on the Santa Claus Parade organization that puts this all together. They deserve a tremendous amount of credibility of putting such an enormous effort into putting this parade on.
And for the second year in a row, the parade route is starting out by the Oshawa Shopping Center and continuing to
right down to Wilson Road. And right now, right behind the animal is the Dads of Durham. And Dads of Durham was developed as a direct result of needed identity by the men in the community. Several fathers expressed similar requests for father support groups, which would offer one-on-one counseling, as well as peer support relationships to issues pertaining to their relationships and their children. Their services include group participation, recreational outings, special events, speakers, educational workshops, and supporting counseling. Merry Christmas!
certainly a worthwhile organization for sure, the Dads of Durham. And this is their float that they have,
Yes.
the Dads of Durham. A few of the dads on there. Shame on them. Coming into view now is the community time in prayer, 103 Alma Street in Oshawa, and their theme is the Gospel of Christmas. At least I'm assuming it. Entry number 19, as they go by in front of us.
I see school trustee Jane Weiss is on the float. Bob Hooper singing Merry Christmas songs. Lots of boys and girls.
This organization, established in 1997, the Community Time for Prayer, is a community event to encourage all citizens of the Durham region to join together for a time of prayer. Year 2000 event is being held at the Oshawa Civic Center on June 25th, and this special event of prayer is open to all religious denominations.
And coming into our view is the Durham Regional Sociables, and they're located at 8 Midtown Drive in downtown Oshawa, and they've got floats with walkers and little animals. And this is their first year entering into the parade. And it's so great to have such new entries coming into the parade this year, Bob.
The Oshawa Girls Hockey Club, as you're coming into view on their rollerblades, goes by in front of us. Oshawa Girls Hockey to host the world. Everyone in the Oshawa Girls Hockey Association is invited to participate in our greatest event ever. And that's the World's Women's Hockey Championships are coming to Oshawa Thursday, April the 6th, 2007 p.m. at the Oshawa Civic Auditorium. I believe the two teams playing are Russia and Germany.
Ah, that's something. And they're having a grand old time singing as they're skating on their rollerblades. Thank you. Coming into our view right now is the Oshawa Fire Services. Well, you certainly know what they're coming.
What'd you say?
Yes, yes.
What would a parade be without a fire engine?
Oh, wow. They do a tremendous job in our community.
I hear a steel band way back in the distance, but they're not quite into our camera range yet. Our next one coming up is the Art and Technique Academy of Hairstyling and Aesthetics. Now, how's that? That's for him. That's a mouthful for a guy like me.
It They participate approximately 10 years in the parade now, Bob, and they do a wonderful job, and they're located in Simcoe Street, downtown Oshawa.
They've got a float coming by here with a number of people on the float, and they've got walkers in the parade as well, so nice to see them in the parade for their 10th year.
And right behind them is the Klingons. Well, we cannot do anything without our Klingons. They've been established in the community now since 1989, and they have presently 3,000 members across Canada. They are strong fans of Star Trek, and of course that shows on their costumes. Their mandate is to help individuals and organizations to help raise funds, and if organizations need a helping hand, they are there to assist. Cares a great deal about their community.
Hard to believe, 3,000 members, 3,000 Klingons. I wonder what Captain Kirk would have to say about that.
Oh!
Coming into view now, the York Lions Steel Band was formed in 1972 and consists of 30 teenagers from the metropolitan Toronto area and 8 dedicated Lions members. The band offers its young musicians a year-round activity which is both educational and fun. Last summer, they took 3rd place in the Duxbury Boston July 4th Parade and went on to perform in Dollywood. What a great sound.
Oh, I just love it. Right behind them is Orthotex, and they're new this year with the parade, and they've got quite an interesting float going across here, and they're wishing each and every one a very, very Merry Christmas. And that's Frosty's Mobile that's going by us there.
Mobile. Coming into you now, the 6th Oshawa Scout Group, located on Woodgate Court in Oshawa. Small float here being towed by a nice big Dodge Ram truck. Lots of children and a few adults on the float. And of course, scouting certainly very big in today's society.
Absolutely.
Mike, look at the size of this coming.
We've got, this is something that's really, really great, and it's the Shoppers Drug Mart that has put this float together, and it's a bear, and it's 25 feet tall.
It certainly is.
And it's being pulled down by all these wires, and are having a great time putting this together.
It's a good thing it's not a really windy day, or they'd be having a little trouble holding this thing down.
The community events band is equipped with a special sound system to hear the bear's voice and have Christmas music playing. And we welcome Shoppers Drug Mart participating in the Santa Claus Parade this year.
Certainly do. Lots of walkers. They'd have to have lots of walkers with ropes holding that down.
No, they certainly would. We see a few flying away. We know the wind's picked up, Bob.
I hope nobody's got a dart and throws it at that today. Oh, why would I say that? And coming into view now is the Durham Regional Police Bylaw Services, their Chevy police car. And I would have to guess, and I'm going to date myself, this is an early 70s, I believe, police car.
Well, I'm not sure, Bob. My knowledge of dates on cars and cars itself, I couldn't tell you. But I see that meter walking by. I think they're going to take them out of this city.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they're going back to a penny meter like they did at City Hall in Toronto by mistake.
Right following us, the meter is the Oshawa Shrine Club. And they participated now in their 9th year with the Oshawa Santa Claus Parade. And they have quite a color guard before them, and their float is great, and their little mini bikes are coming down. Do you see them there, Bob? And they're just having a grand old time.
Well, every year I know when I see these, it amazes me how these fellows get on these bikes. And the cars are a little further down, as we'll see shortly. But a big fellow like myself, you'd have to break both legs in order to get me to fit on there. I just know you. I don't know how they do it.
Well, they seem to have a grand balance there.
I wonder if they've ever had a collision.
I don't know.
It took a lot. I'm sure it's taken a lot of practice to get this routine down right. Either that or they're awfully lucky.
Yes, one or the other. But they do a great community work in this city, and they participate in helping children a great deal, and they are such an asset to us.
Certainly vivid colors with their bright yellows and greens.
Yes.
Their red fezzes, I guess, is that known as, and we can see some of the cars coming into view here. These things, now I would love to have one of these, I really would.
I would too, and rip up and down Simcoe Street. Councillor Dykstra coming through.
And your new slogan would be a mini car for everyone. Let's make more room in the parking spots. Let's go to smaller cars. They travel along at a pretty good clip.
They do. And they have so much fun doing it.
I wonder if they have heaters in them.
I don't know.
Maybe a little warmth from the engine. Of course, you always get that one. There's a tow truck, and usually there's a car attached to it, but I don't see the car this year.
No.
None's broken down, I guess, this year. Of course, that's such a large truck.
And the boys and girls enjoy it so much, seeing those little race cars going up and down the street here. Look how close they are.
Yeah. Well, they can turn almost on a dime.
Well, there's their tow truck right there.
Yeah. Coming into view now is the Immanuel Christian School float at 849 Roslyn Road West in Oshawa. And their theme is the old night before Christmas with the nativity scene. Approximately 50 to 60 people located on the float and about 10 walkers. So Immanuel Christian School, I'm not sure how many years they've been taking it. This is their first time?
First year, yes. Yes.
Listen to the music as they go by. Of course, being located where we are, Dina, it does tend to get a little loud when some of these go by.
They go by, yes. Yes. And following right behind them is the Oshawa Girl Guides of Canada Oshawa Division. And their theme this year is Old Time Christmas. The organization consists of Sparks, Brownies, Girl Guides, and Rangers. And they say they're the best that they've ever been.
I remember when it used to be like Brownies and Girl Guides. Now, what are Sparks? Rangers I've heard of.
I don't
Sparks.
know. I don't know. It's really quite diversified now.
It certainly is. We see this large king-size chocolate cookie coming into view here. Oh, cookie.
Cookie. Where's the cookie?
Certainly want to thank all the volunteers too from Durham Television coming out today to put this parade on for you fine people of Oshawa, because it takes a lot of hard work and dedication on their part to put something like this on. So kudos to all you people. That won't get me a raise though, I know that. I've tried that before. Coming into view now is the Creative Dance Workshop, located at 871 Wilton Road South in Oshawa. And their theme is dancing all season long. Lots of walkers and dancers along the parade route. and this is their third year in the Santa Claus Parade.
Well, they're just having a grand old time too. It seems almost every boat this year has some great music, Christmas music playing away. And boys and girls love music, Bob.
Absolutely. There's lots of walkers here in this group coming through.
They're all reindeers, Bob. Little reindeers and little elves.
They'd have to be dressed warmly, walking along. This is a long parade route for them, especially for some of the younger ones to be walking.
Yes, because you consider right from Gibbon Street straight down to Wilson Road on King Street, that is a distance.
You're right, that's a long distance, and see some of these kids coming by with their skirts on, and I just go, Some of them walking their little doggies.
Yeah.
They certainly get an exercise and a workout. Actually, I was a little ahead of my time. This is the Creative Dance Workshop theme coming through now. The van in front, you can see the dancers out behind.
Well, at least they get to stay warm, Bob.
I was just thinking that.
They're so active and they're so great with their activity here with their dancing.
Dina, this year, how many entries or approximate entries in the parade?
I believe that there's about 85 this year. Yes, and this year is about approximately 40 of the largest flatbeds in the parade, and they're about 45 feet long, each flatbed.
And Dina, without giving anything away, I understand that next year you're planning a very special parade, and I'm not giving anything away by saying that.
It is. It's going to be very exciting next year.
We'll leave that to everybody's imagination.
And in our view now is the Oshawa Block Parent Association. And their theme this year is Block Parents at the North Pole. And Block Parents was established 30 years ago with their community service. And most children are recognized by the red and white signs that they wear that are on the homes. Over 400 active Block Parents in the area, but they can always have many more. Each year, Block Parents go to the school to give the education to children of safety issues. It is so easy to become a Block Parent in the community. Just fill out an application form and the association will do the rest. We wish each and every one a great way to keep our children safe in our community.
Yes, they certainly perform a worthwhile function. I'll tell you, the Block Parent community, if any of your children are not feeling safe and that you see that sign, you can certainly duck into one of their homes and be sure that you're going to be well looked after.
And if you see the van, the police van gone by, that is the sign. And right following them is Citywide Taxi. And they have participated in the parade. This is their very first year, and they're having a country Christmas. They've been serving the community for over 20 years, and they are a 24-hour day or night call. They will come and help you and assist you wherever you need to go. And they wish each and every one a Merry Christmas.
As you see, following them up is the Canada Post Corporation. This is their 6th year into the parade, and what would we do without our Canada Post? They've been in the parade for a number of years, as we mentioned. This year they have 30 walkers and kids, and remember, if you have your letter for Santa, the post walkers would be pleased to take them and make sure they are delivered to Mr. Santa Claus. And that postal code, yes, I believe, is ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho. Yes.
And we a camel coming into view. More than one.
And right following them is the Bowmanville Zoo. And Bowmanville Zoo is the oldest privately owned zoo since 1919 and is proud to present the Christmas show of animal gifts. Christmas is at our stable for Christmas at the Bowmanville Zoo this year, starting December 7th. Call the zoo at 623-5655 if you'd like to come and see them.
No elephant this year, but a couple of camels and a zebra.
Yes. And following them is
Rogers and Durham Television, located at 301 Marwood Drive in Oshawa. And this is their, not sure how many years they've been entered in the parade. I know it's been at least 2 since I've been involved with Durham Television.
And they do a great job of helping out with
we
the
do.
parade.
Might as well blow our horn. How you doing, Al? Now that's a colorful.
Quite a fan, yes.
As long as you don't want to see it on any windows, I guess it's fine.
Yes. And right behind them is the Big Apple. And they are located on 651 Coburn Street. And they are very excited this year to participate because it's their first year. And they are showing for Christmas baking. So you can have a great piece of apple pie.
Oh, my favorite. Stop
and
it,
a
Dina.
cup of coffee. I think we could warm up.
No, could we ever? And I see the sun trying to peek through behind us. Isn't
Yes.
that nice? Coming into view is the KX96 FM radio vehicle. This is their 5th year in the Oshawa Santa Claus Parade. KX96, our local country station, do great work over there.
You always see their van, KX96. And in our view now is Innicon Incorporated. And they've been, for 6 years, participating with the parade, and they have 6 locations throughout the Greater Toronto area, which supplies ready mixed concrete to all areas of construction. The plant is servicing the Mississauga area and is on Marvis Road. And if you need any cement, Bob, now's our chance to get it.
Well, I feel like I'm firmly planted in this spot, but I don't need any cement on top of me to convince me of that. Roughly, Dinah, in this year's parade, how many volunteers would be involved in putting on a parade of this size and magnitude?
Well, we have 13 board of directors, but in that is the planning of the year, and then in September, the marshals come on board. And the marshaling, to get the floats in order and to establish, there is approximately 50-55 marshals. And they do a great job.
They certainly do. Coming into view now is the Realty Executives Infinity, and we have a gingerbread house here on a float with a few walkers. This is their 2nd year in the Oshawa Santa Claus Parade. I believe they have a snowmobile trailer someplace in this. I guess it's being towed by a snowmobile trailer. It would be, that'd be about the size of one.
Well, there's a candy house for sale they've got. I bet your boy and girl would sure like to have
They
that.
certainly wouldn't mind that at all, you're right. Some walkers following that up as well. Look at some of the crowd along the parade route here on King
Well, they
Street in
sure are
Oshawa.
enjoying those candy canes.
Well, there's certainly been enough, Anna. We've got lots here, Dinah, to do us. No coffee, though. Where's the coffee? And a hot chocolate.
Yes. Right now is Magic 94.9, and they've been participating with the parade, and their entry is a huge A&P grocery cart.
My wife could probably fill that every week when she goes grocery shopping.
And if you wish to give contributions, you can put them up into the grocery cart, and that will be located at the end of Wilson Road, at the end of the route.
What a great idea. Get a look at the 94.9 community cruiser as it goes by. Well, there's a Dairy Queen if I ever saw one, a soft ice cream just going by in front of us.
Ah, yes. And they'd like you to meet them at their Dairy Queen for an old-time Christmas. Look at that cone walking down the street here, Bob.
Cold enough without looking at that.
And if you like a sandwich bar, we've got one there. And French fries, so that'll warm us up there.
Certainly would.
Oh, listen to the kids cheering. There comes that hamburger. And they've been in Oshawa and the Curtis for 1.5 years, Simcoe Street for 40 years, and Simcoe Street North for 20 years, the Dairy Queen.
One of my favorite spots. When I'm not trying to lose weight, it's one of my favorite spots. You can hear the roar in the background, and that roar in the background, which will be coming into view shortly, is the Durham Harley Owners Group, located at 2069 Simcoe Street North in Oshawa. This is their 5th year in the Oshawa Santa Claus Parade. Approximately 10 to 20 people taking part in this year's parade. The Harley Owners Group was established by the Harley-Davidson Motor Company in 1983 as a means of getting Harley-Davidson owners more involved in the sport of motorcycling. Today there are more than 450,000, as they like to say, HOG members in 900 chapters around the globe. The majority of the members are from the US, Canada, with chapters emerging in Europe, Australia, and New Zealand. HOG members share their enthusiasm for motorcycling with each other through various local chapter functions and fundraisers, as well as at regional and national rallies. And a motorcycle isn't what a motorcycle used to be.
No! You know, I'd love to get one on them, Bob. Just have a great ride on it.
Harley-Davidson has been around for a long time.
Yes.
To find out more about the Durham Harley Owners Group, visit their website at www.durhamhog.com or contact Abs Motorcycle Shop at 905-433-1166. That guy on the float's got it easy. He just gets to sit there and ride. They certainly are colorful with all their chrome on their bikes.
Yes, and they seem to just beautiful, quiet, dry streets this morning, so they're able to drive on the parade today.
And these are not an inexpensive item we're talking about here.
No, not anymore. No.
There goes Ho Ho Hog by, as opposed to Boss Hog.
And in front of us now is the Canadian Diabetes Association, and it's their first year in participating with the parade. And their theme for this year is called Recycling. They've been established in Oshawa since June 1997, and their mandate or their mission is to promote the health of Canadians through diabetes research, education, and service.
That's right. Just coming into view now is the St. Stephen's Secondary School Concert Band. My son, one of my sons attends that school, the new St. Stephen's Secondary School in Bowmanville, located on 30 Middle Road in Bowmanville. This is, they're not sure, but they think they've been in the parade once before, sometime in the 90s. But anyways, we'll say it's their second entry into the Oshawa Santa Claus Parade, and their theme this year is Sounds of the Season and Christmas Colors. There are 25 music students from St. Stephen's Secondary School are performing in this year's Bowmanville Santa Claus Parade and the Oshawa Santa Claus Parade under the direction of Debbie Harrison. This ensemble is comprised of a mix of students from each of the 5 levels of instrumental music offered at St. Stephen's. And they want to wish everybody season's greetings. Waving to the music teacher, who I know taught my son music, or at least tried to anyways.
Right following them is the Oshawa Aquatic Club, and they are a non-profit corporation that has been in existence for over 30 years. It offers swim programs geared toward fitness and competition in all levels, from ages 5 to 95. The club is divided into 5 groups, from beginners to bronze to silver, and they train for 5 times a week.
Coming into view now is the 51st Oshawa Beavers and Cubs float, 254 Cedar Valley Court in Oshawa. Their theme is an old-time Christmas. That seems to be a very popular theme this year, that
Yes.
old-time Christmas. And I wonder if it has something to do with the end of a millennium.
I think it does, Bob. I think it's saying this is it. It's the last one of 1999.
This is their 3rd year in the Oshawa Santa Claus Parade.
And this is the Oshawa Animal Services that are walking past us with all their dogs and that. And they are asking if people would like to adopt a pet, to please make sure that you just don't adopt it for Christmas, but that you really would like to have a pet.
Absolutely. There's no point in adopting one unless you really want to have a pet, because it takes a lot of love and care to look after these animals.
Absolutely.
And there are some rather large dogs in this route too, as we see them going by. Again, that sun trying to creep through behind us, as we can see on our monitor, Dina. We can certainly use a little warmth right about now. The Oshawa Goldwing riders just coming into view. Actually, these are some of the, this is some of their lead here coming through. This is their 14th year in the Oshawa Santa Claus Parade. And their theme this year is a food drive for Simcoe Hall Settlement House, and sponsored by the Oshawa Goldwing Riders. So another worthwhile venture on their part.
Yes, and if anyone would like to make donations for Christmas, food for their food drive, you can donate them to the Oshawa Settlement House, and they'd be more than pleased to accept them.
This is their bus coming back. Actually, that's one of the wagons we see in front of us trying to collect donations along the route, but this is their bus coming by for the food drive, as we were talking about, for Oshawa, their Simcoe Settlement Hall house. A little bit of a break in the parade route here as some of these try to catch up.
Should also mention these buttons that we have for the Santa Claus Parade,
yes.
Bob, that they are for sale along the route, and they're for $1, and it helps to start establishing for next year's organization of the parade. So you're contributing to the parade next year if you buy the buttons for $1. And in view right now, we have the Camera Baton Club Incorporated that's coming in now. And it's their 23rd year established here in the city of Oshawa. And they compete all across Canada and at the province, or at the provincial and the national levels as well. Their routines is incorporated with baton twirling, dance, and gymnastics. The athletic range from 4 to 21 years of age, and they run both recreational and competitive classes. And anyone interested can join, and the number to join is 728-5583, and you can speak to Leanne.
Some of the cutest things to watch are the little ones when they're trying to twirl these batons. They really are.
Yes.
Coming into view now is the Oshawa Festival Singers, located on Avondale Drive in Curtis, Ontario, someplace I know a little bit about. This is their first year participating in the parade. They've got about 40 to 45 walkers, and of course their theme this year is the musical and the walking choir that just goes by. Oshawa Festival Singers Youth Choir.
And right behind them is a Wasco Volkswagen, and they have participated for their 25th year in the Oshawa Santa Claus Parade. Okay. And this truck that's coming by and honking the horn there is called the Friendship Circle and Good Times of Oshawa. And this is their first year in participating with the parade. And this organization is a group for developmentally challenged adults that meet weekly. They study Bible stories and they enjoy Christian fellowship with their friends. Good Time Clubhouse is a social coffee house that is attended by individuals living in the community, and the club offers opportunities to hang out with friends and meet new friends. Both programs are sponsored and supported by partnership through the Christian Horizon and Oshawa Clarington Association for Community Living.
See a couple of horses coming into view here. This is the Grace Lutheran Church entry, 540 Cromwell Avenue, here in Oshawa. And the theme of this year's entry is Have You Received the Gift? They've got a bus and some walkers, and as we see a couple of nice horses just going by in front of our point here. They graced Lutheran school from junior kindergarten to grade 6. Lots of kids staying warm riding inside that van as they go by.
In our view now is Commer Marine Rescue Association from the city of Oshawa, and they've been established since 1967. It is a volunteer organization, and they have approximately 50 members. Their service is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week from April to November. And they do a tremendous job on our waterfront, Bob, making sure that the safety is for the boaters.
Now that's a funny looking polar bear.
Yes.
Quite the glasses.
Yes.
Coming into view now is the National Baton Corps Incorporated. It was formed in January of 1983 by Diane Sarah and is presently celebrating their 18th year with the purpose of encouraging and developing participation and high proficiency in the sport of baton twirling. The Nationals have performed in local parades, shows on Much Music, breakfast television, and in contests in Ontario, Quebec, Saskatchewan, Alberta, and the USA, including the World Open Corps competition at Notre Dame University. The Nationals competitive athletes have won many regional, provincial, national, and Grand National titles. In Edmonton during July of 1997, the Senior Theme Corps won the Invitational Championship, Canadian Championship, and the Grand National Championship. Last year, the Juveniles won the 1998 Canadian Parade Corps Championship in Newmarket, and this past May, the Nationals won the 99 Provincial Parade Corps Championship. So, very, very active group.
Very so, Bob. Just great.
And this year they'll be competing at the Canadian National Championships in Winnipeg in July, much warmer month.
Well, we wish them all the best. And in our view now on the roller skates there, or the rollerblades, is the Thornton Dundee Park Association. And they have been participating in the Santa Claus Parade for the last 4 years, demonstrating a strong community involvement and partnership. We are very proud of the achievements from the hockey, baseball, and soccer programs, and the children benefit from year to year. The park is very active, and park openings, craft shows, fundraising events, teen dances, and hall rentals. Thornton Dundee says to each and every one, take pride of your community, and they are the strong pillar in their community. And they'd like to wish each and every one a very Merry Christmas.
Everybody say hi to all the people in Oshawa.
How about that? We just got a plug. A lot of the young ones going by on their rollerblades. They're certainly staying warm and staying in shape too as they go by in front of us. Again, a look at some of the children and the parents along the parade route here on King Street as the wind picks up a little bit.
Well, they must be getting excited. I think Santa's getting closer and closer, Bob.
Let's put it this way, he's closer than he was when we started. I was hoping the warm weather would be a little closer too.
And that sun keeps teasing us.
It certainly does. The kids along the parade route waving their flags. Just coming into view, way back there now, is the Immanuel Baptist Church, located at 461 Philip Murray Avenue here in Oshawa. Their float this year representing the first old Christmas is their theme this year. And this is their 6th year in the Oshawa Santa Claus Parade. As we mentioned, they're located on Philip Murray Avenue, and since 1963, they're proud to be a part of the beautiful south end of the city, just up from the lakeshore near Cedar Street. Our Sunday school and teens worked on the float, along with many caring adults from our church family. We believe the Bible is truly the Word of God and our final authority for what we believe and how we live. We welcome you to join us as we celebrate the Christ of Christmas.
All the angels walking by. Angels announcing Jesus' birth, first century wise guys. So they got some pretty good signs there,
yes,
Bob.
They do. The van going by in front towing their float called the Bethlehem Hilton. Yeah. Right.
And they've got no vacancies. And in view now is the 23rd Oshawa Mohicans, and their theme is Native and Pioneer Christmas. This marks the 41st year of the 23rd Oshawa Mohican Troop. Since incorporation of the troop has been called the Mohicans Hits and the Indian Pioneer theme. There are 15 cubs, 20 beavers, and various leaders on this float, and many decorations were handmade by the beavers and cubs. They're having a good time, Bob.
Are they ever? Coming into view now is the 4th Oshawa Scout Group taking part in their 4th Oshawa Santa Claus Parade. The theme is a Scout Christmas, and the 4th Oshawa Group is celebrating its 75th year as a regular Scout group, established in 1924, located at Simcoe Street United Church, and started up as a venture company this year, and to have all girl Scout troops as well as boy troops.
Wow!
June 24th, 2000, a special event is being held at Camp Samak for an anniversary party. For more information, 666-1360. That tent looks awful inviting to be in out of the wind today, I'll tell you. I can hear it coming a long ways away.
Yes, there they are. It's the Bowmanville Legion Pipe Band. And they have participated a little over 10 years with the Santa Claus Parade. And they are just having a grand old time, and they just love to entertain for Christmas.
Coming into view now is Parents Without Partners. This is their 4th year in the Oshawa Santa Claus Parade, located at 51 Hetherington Drive here in Oshawa. Their theme this year is a rockin' country Christmas.
Well, they sure are rocking.
They are rocking
them go. And in view right now is the Theater Dance Academy, and they've been established for 16 years in Oshawa, Curtis, and Bowmanville. The school offers classes in tap, ballet, dance, hip-hop, theater dance, and more. And the ages of their students start at 2.5 years, and you can keep going up.
That's really young.
Many past and present students are performing on cruise ships, NBA, Raptor games, and professional theater. Anyone interested in participating and becoming a member, call 435-0762.
Dina, how are you at that hip-hop stuff?
I don't think so. I like watching them.
Coming into view now, the 55th Oshawa Scouts. They've been in the parade now. This is their 3rd year, the Oshawa Santa Claus Parade. And their theme this year is a Scouts Christmas, located at 275 Ormond Drive here in Oshawa. See the many participants on the float waving to the crowd as they go by, wishing everybody a Merry Christmas.
I wonder if they still go camping in the winter when it's snowing.
Oh. Don't mention the word snow, cold enough.
And right behind them is Tailgate Charlie's. And Tailgate Charlie's has been established in the city of Oshawa. And they feel that they're Oshawa's favorite restaurant for the whole family to enjoy. Tailgate Charlie's is a strong supporter of local charities and community involvement. They have Oshawa's only VIP points program. Every dollar you spend on food, you receive a point, which you can save and redeem on gift certificates and discounts. And they say their theme is the best restaurant in Oshawa, Bob.
Well, I've been there, and it is good food. There's no doubt about that.
Absolutely.
Coming into view now is Simcoe Street United Church. They've been in the parade. This is their 3rd year in the Oshawa Santa Claus Parade, located at 66 Simcoe Street South in Oshawa. They were the first church to be built in Oshawa in 1842. I know that neither one of us were around to remember that construction.
No.
In 1868, the present building, located at 66 Simcoe Street South, was completed, and in October they celebrated their 182nd, I guess, anniversary of the congregation's existence. So that's a long time to be around.
Is. And we congratulate them for participating in the Santa Claus Parade as well. And they've got all little angels and a great group of young people walking along the parade here, Bob.
Oh, full-fledged sun.
Hey!
Their theme, Once Upon a Starry Night.
And following them, Bob, is the Big Sisters Association. And they have a tremendous amount of people participating in this parade. And they are just having a grand old time. And they do a tremendous job within the community, helping out the individuals that need assistance and participating in special events. And it's just great to see them come out and join.
Big Sisters and Big Brothers, certainly another couple of extremely worthwhile organizations in
Absolutely.
the Oshawa area.
And they're being pulled by hookers towing.
Excuse me. Coming into view now is the name of the group is the Walter E. Harris Group, located at 615 Ridgeway Avenue. I believe this is their third year into the Oshawa Santa Claus Parade, and their theme this year is Walker E. Harris Public School and McEwen Public School. And they have a number of walkers in the parade.
See the school bus stopping.
Red lights flashing, but I see
Yeah.
traffic's not slowing down behind. We should send out some of the city's finest and have them towed away or fined. This is the Walter E. Harris entry here, as we were just mentioning, with their bus going by, and I'm sure that's a full school bus.
It certainly is.
One of the only days they'd be allowed to have those kids stand
Hanging
up in a
up the
school bus and out
windows,
the
yeah.
windows. You're right.
Yeah, right on. And following them is the St. John Ambulance. And what would we do without their wonderful service, Bob?
Yes, we certainly depend on the St. John's Ambulance to perform a lot of worthwhile service in the community. The first aid courses that they offer and
Yes.
CPR certainly worth their weight in gold. As we see a van going backwards down the street.
Downtown there.
That's a Cliff Mills Motors entry into this year's Santa Claus Parade.
And they're accepting donations as well.
So they're showing support for the Durham Regional Police Food and Toy Drive this year. This guy's rather seen where he's been than where he's going, obviously, as my dad used to say to me.
And in view now is the 28th Oshawa Boy Scouts, and they are chartered in 1991 with a total enrollment of 61 boys and 17 leaders. The Beavers meet at Adelaide McLaughlin School on Stevenson Road on Monday nights at 6:30, and the Cubs and the Scouts meet at Stevenson Saywell School on Roundleaf Drive on Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. Their mission is encourage youth to grow to be better citizens. Their motto, you can't beat it, have fun.
You got it.
Their float has been generously donated by Bob's Towing. And right behind
An
the
ambulance.
Bob,
You got to get a look at this
This
mini
little one
ambulance
that's
coming up
coming
here.
That's true. Is the Oshawa Ambulance Service by the Ministry of Health. And they'd like to extend to each and every one to have a safe and joyous Christmas. And please be careful in the holiday season. Get a load of this little thing here, Bob.
That has got to be remote controlled.
It's winking at us.
Getting fresh with you, Dina.
Oh, yes.
One of the local bands entered into the Oshawa Santa Claus Parade.
Of our Air Cadets. Looks like it's branch 151 that's coming through, and they always play such great music.
151 Chadburn Squadron and going by in front of us.
And here we have the Fiesta Queen.
This is the Oshawa Folk Arts Council, sponsors of the Waterfront Festival and Fiesta Week, the two main festivals in the city of Oshawa, and this year was asked to take over the sponsorship of the Santa Claus float. OFAC Chairman Russ Carter got together with Christy and Bob Spear to plan this exciting appearance of Santa. And they would like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And here's the very popular Globey, followed by Miss Fiesta, Natalie Nankiel of the Board of Directors of the Oshawa Folk Arts Council.
And I must say that the Oshawa Folk Art Council, they supported to do the Santa Claus float this year when Santa came in. And they have done a tremendous job of establishing it. And you know what? What's
Is he
it
getting close?
sound like to you, Bob?
Well, it could be Santa, I'm not sure.
Oh.
I don't see any large reindeer yet, but I can hear him saying Merry, Merry Christmas to all the people in the crowd.
Yes. I don't know. The boys and girls are jumping up.
Are they jumping up and down?
Yes.
And what's on your Christmas wish list this year, Dina?
Maybe
for the city of Oshawa. Let's talk about that.
We have fun.
See the float coming into view now?
Yes. They've done it. Oh, look at it is Santa. Well,
It is
there
Santa.
he comes.
I had a hard time telling there for a moment if the jolly old man was on the float, but there he is in view of everyone, wishing
Yes.
everybody a Merry Christmas as he goes by.
And there comes his elves, and they're walking through with the candy canes, and they're just, there he is, up high.
Well, it's hard to believe, Dinah, that I believe Christmas is actually 4 weeks today or 5.
4 weeks.
Unbelievable.
Merry Christmas, Santa!
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Santa!
Hello, Santa!
Oh, it's nice to see you at the parade again this year.
He's been watching you,
Yes.
obviously.
Ho, ho, Merry Christmas. I would like to see big smiles from all the boys and girls, as I know they've been good little boys and girls this year. This is beautiful. Merry Christmas to all. Very Merry Christmas.
Santa's losing his voice.
Santa's got technical difficulties.
I was going to ask Santa if he knew whether you'd been naughty or not.
Flip the tape. How's it going? Oh, you're gonna get lots of treats on that.
See the rest of the vehicles following up the parade
and
route
this
here.
RV that's coming through, and this motorhome number 79, was donated generously by Frontier RVs to assist with the Santa Claus Parade this year to get the floats established, and they did a great job, and it's my hubby who's driving it.
I thought it was
Merry Christmas!
I thought he was here to pick us up.
That's my
Take us
ride.
away.
I've got to go through.
They're nice and warm. There's no doubt about that in there.
Yes. Just to say, Bob, that we did have a contest, and we'd like to say that the best band on the float that won this year was number 25, York Lion Steel Band. The best band on the float as adults is number 30, the Shrines. Best marching band this year that's won in the contest is Whitby Brass Band. Best marching band youth was the 12th Emerald Knights with their drum and bugle corps. And the best float is number 15, Monsieur Philip Coffey.
Monsieur Philip Coffey School float. Yes, that was certainly an exciting float in the parade.
It
as
certainly
were
was.
all the entries this year.
Absolutely. It's hard to judge because
And-
they were all great.
And again, the weatherman has cooperated with us again this year in
Yes.
providing us with great weather. And the 50th edition of the Oshawa Santa Claus Parade has now passed into history, be honest, as they're just
Yes.
winding up the floats here in front of us. And as they say, the weatherman has cooperated. Dinah, I want to thank you again for co-hosting with me this
thank
year.
you
An
again.
excellent job. And I got to
Excellent.
tell you, I'm certainly looking forward to what you have planned for next year, because I have some insight, but I won't let it out of the bag until you make the announcement sometime in January.
Thank you, Bob. I'd like to wish each and every one in the city of Oshawa a very Merry Christmas from my family to yours, and have a safe and prosperous New Year.
Thank you very much, Dinah. Well, on behalf of Dina Dykstra, I'm Bob Benham. Thanks very much for joining us this year at the Oshawa Santa Claus Parade.